Welcome back to Village Crystal Stone, Glowing Star. Before we dive into today's epic tale of the Friction King crown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss out on our sparkling stories. Now, let's begin. 1,000 years ago, when kingdoms rose and fell like waves of the ocean, there lived a young warrior named Ariv. He was not the strongest, not the fastest, but he had something no one else had, an unbreakable will. His enemies mocked him, calling him weak because every time he fought, he slipped and stumbled. But one day, while sharpening his sword near the village millstone, he noticed something. The grinding will never stop, no matter how much resistance it faced. It was friction that gave the wheel power, friction that gave fire from stone. Ariv whispered to himself, "If even fire is born from friction, then maybe so is greatness." From that day, he trained harder than anyone, embracing resistance, fighting against storms, rocks, and even running uphill with heavy stones on his back. The people began calling him the King of Friction. But Ariv's real test came when an invading army marched toward his land. Thousands of soldiers, armored like iron mountains, stormed the valley. The villagers trembled. The king's general said, "We cannot fight, we will be crushed." But Ariv stood tall and declared, "Friction only makes me stronger." He led the villagers to the rocky cliffs. While the enemies charged, Ariv used the terrain. He rolled boulders down, forcing the soldiers to stumble and clash with their own men. He dug trenches so horses would slip. The harder the enemies pushed, the more resistance they faced, and the more powerful Ariv became. The invaders laughed at first, saying, "What can a farmer's boy do?" But soon they realized they weren't just fighting a man, they were fighting the very force of nature itself. Ariv's strategy, born from the power of friction, turned the tide of battle. If you're enjoying this epic story so far, pause for a second, give this video a like, subscribe to Village Crystal Stone, and let your friends know you're part of this journey. The battle raged on until the enemy's weapons cracked, their armor dented, and their spirits broke. Ariv, the boy once mocked for stumbling, stood as the unshakable wall. Every strike against him was returned with twice the force. The villagers crowned him their hero, but Ariv refused the throne. He said, "I am not king of land or men. I am king of friction, the king of struggle that gives birth to strength." And from that day, songs were sung. Where there is resistance, there is Ariv. Where there is struggle, there is the Friction King. So remember this, my friends. Life will throw resistance at you. You may stumble, you may fall. But just like Ariv, let friction turn your weakness into your greatest power. And if this story lit a fire in your heart, don't forget, like this video, subscribe to Village Crystal Stone, and share it with your friends. Because together, we'll uncover more gems of wisdom and epic tales that shine forever. Until next time, stay strong, stay unshakable, and may the fire of friction always make you shine like a crystal.